Hi, Kim. Thank you
Ew.
for doing this recording with me. I really appreciate it. I know that sometimes this is kind of personal work, and so some women don't talk about it, but I really feel like talking about it and sharing with other women is like part of our responsibility once we've
Yeah.
had these experiences. And I know you and I both are divorced, single moms, and you've been my client for a while now. And I would love it if you talked about just your experience with embodiment coaching and radiance.
Okay.
Okay.
So embodiment, when it first started, it was completely foreign to me. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't even know how to go about it, but I knew I needed help. And I have gone through a lot between relationships, divorce, and just clearing childhood traumas. That like I knew I needed some type of help to reset in order to pick better men in life. Going through Radiance, I think the utmost important thing, first and foremost, is wintering and learning how to winter. I think a lot of people, when they go through relationships, they just try to mask their feelings
Yeah.
and trying to avoid the discomfort. But when you truly winter your feelings, and I mean no distractions whatsoever, no TV, nothing, you just sit in your thoughts and be still with it. It brings up a lot of the unknown. And when you truly ask yourself the questions, the hard questions, and as you go through Radiance, I think you're going to go through even harder questions as you go through the modules and realize, where does my energy align with? And is my energy attuned with the person that I'm trying to be with? I think that's a really hardcore wake up call, is knowing where your energy truly lies and then matching it to the person who you think you're going to be aligned with, and you really realize you're not
Yeah.
attuned. So learning your energy, well, first and foremost, is wintering. Absolutely. And in your wintering process, I think it's very important to know that you can be as emotional as you need. You can be still, you can cry as much as you need to, you can cry out loud, you can be messy. It's so important to know that you can be messy during your clearing phase and clearing out your feelings. Um, and really taking those thoughts into your one-on-one coaching too and talking them out. So that, along with learning your energy, having awareness of where you're going, and then matching it to the attunement of the other person, and realizing, I think, as you learn your energy and you learn what you're attuned with as you go through experiences, you're going to quickly realize them even faster as you keep going and evolving through your experiences. And as you go through Radiance, you're going to learn so much about yourself. And I think the best part is when you can press start and you're like, this is where I go.
I got it. And so you're sharing all the things that you've learned. And a lot of women buy courses and things and then they just don't do them. So you're talking about all the things we teach in Radiance about like
Mm-hmm.
alignment, attunement, energy matching, wintering your emotions, getting control of your nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
making your own choices, even if they don't make sense to anybody else. But what do
Yes.
you think you came to me originally for? What do you think you would have thought your problem was when you first started coaching with me?
We have the single mom divorce type of lifestyle, and I think it's a much different experience in trying to put yourself out into the dating world, and also cure your nervous system. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot more that connects you to those type of people
Yeah.
versus the people that haven't been through those experiences. So definitely just a shared experiences.
Yeah. And it seemed like you wanted help with your anxious attachment, right? You wanted to
Yes.
feel okay. You know, that if you're choosing someone because you feel like if you left, something bad would happen to you. It's not doesn't make sense, but that's how your body feels.
Yeah.
I don't really believe you can choose them. And that's a big part of my work is that can be unfair to men. And if you anxiously attach to a man who's really not ready to be with you, really can't give you what you want, and you're kind of clinging to him,
Yes,
There's an energy exchange that's unfair on both sides.
it
And
is.
yeah, I feel like you particularly you've come so far with just being able to accept the reality of the person that you're with, what they can offer you. And instead of this like pie in the sky, I can change him. He's my soulmate. I can, this is my person, my twin flame. I feel from my perspective that now you are just in a grounded place, that this is just a man and he's going to influence my life in one way or another. And
Right.
and I have to give it a shot to see if this is what I want and how that will go. How do you feel about that?
I think you nailed it. So having the awareness around what you truly are looking for, you know, as we get older, we have a lot less patience for the crap that we don't want to put up with anymore. And when you really put into the work and know what you truly are looking for and then what you're getting in your current relationship, and you have to acknowledge the fact that you're not getting what you want.
Yeah.
So if you are happy with that, well, you know you're settling.
Yeah.
And I think as we are at our certain phase of life, is we know we don't have to settle. And we are really looking for the partner that fulfills us the most.
Right.
I mean, we fulfill ourselves, but we're looking for people to, have those shared experiences with and to grow old with and to really just bring out the best in one another. But having the awareness of knowing that you may not match the person that you are attracted to and that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with, if they are not truly giving you what you want, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to put yourself first and have the true awareness and going, I'm not getting what I want from this person. It may be, he may fulfill X, Y, and Z, but is it truly what you want? So I think it's big to have the awareness of what I'm looking for and to know that I can walk away from it. And I
Yeah.
think that builds your confidence as you go through other relationships
Yes.
is
Yes.
you can solidify those relationships rather quickly. And people as you go through them, like just in talking to men, you'll really get a quick acknowledgement. It's like, no,
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 yeah, no, this is a
no,
no.
this isn't a
Yeah.
no.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think that if you don't know how to separate your energy from a man's energy and learn to start reading him, you get really stuck in dating because you have to like almost poll all your friends and pull like a Facebook board or a message board and ask, this is what happened. This is what John did.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stay or should I go? um but if you do radiance, right, and you do a lot of feminine embodiment work and you get really serious about it, you get this kind of like grounded feeling in your body, and I think you can start to observe other people for the very first time, where like, oh,
Right.
a lot of times even your ex-partners or the things will become clear to you about them that you never really saw before. And I think that's when dating gets fun and
Mm-hmm.
easier, where it's not that stressful anymore. You can get, you just like you're saying, you date somebody and you're like, he can't do it. Or like,
Right.
like date three, you're like, he
But I
definitely
think
cannot do
one
it.
thing is really important to point out about embodiment is it doesn't always have to be in a meditative state of form. There's
Yeah.
so many ways to embody, and I think this is where a lot of women get stuck and
Yeah.
confused of how you do it. And there's no right or wrong way. It's what feels good to you, whether it's a dancing or a walk or a run or a prayer or oh my gosh, it's unlimited. So I think as you get more connected to the embodiment process of what fits for you, that's where it becomes easier to
Yeah.
really evolve and to become more in a grounded state and to learn all the different, like the 21 days of embodiment was really big for me. Even though I've been doing embodiment for a couple years now, it just learning how to cut the cord, zip up my emotions, that's big. Also learning when you're coming from a wounded energy. I think that's really important to realize and to like then you can really match it up to like colors and shapes, and that just makes so much more sense for me,
Yeah.
because as a coming up from a single mom, I think you just kind of feel like superwoman half the time, and you don't really put the thoughts to it. It's like, okay, that's what makes me feel wounded,
Yeah.
and that is how I need to rework that.
We're at the door,
Well, another
right?
thing about radiance, and it's people need to separate therapy from coaching.
Yeah.
I've always considered this part of like a therapy, but I think therapy is sometimes it tells people what to do, where coaching is you're being led to you making your right decisions,
Yeah.
but you're doing them for the best interest of yourself. You're not doing it by somebody else's advice and telling you this is what you need to do and you need to do it now.
Right.
We're given a lot of very helpful resources between the videos, all the embodiment that you have in there, the workshops. There's so much helpful material, but do yourself a favor and carve the time out to do it.
Whether you're upset with your man that you have now or you want a man, it's all you. It's all
It is.
it is all you. He's just a mirror. He's just a like a reflection of where you're at. And so it's all your work. If you're settling and putting up with a bunch of stuff that's making your life worse, that's still about you. Is there anything else you want to add? Like if for someone who's brand new to embodiment energy work, but maybe she just wants to, I'd say women come to me to like fix their man problem, right? She just wants her man problem fixed. Either she wants the man she's with, she wants things to go better, or she wants to know if she should break up, or she has no man and she would like to pick one out. Do you have any like last kind of words for that woman?
Take responsibility for yourself and have the awareness of knowing where in the past that you have made errors in relationships, own them and learn from them and move forward. Because I think as you own them and going through the radiance, you will have a different way of looking at men.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, a year ago, let's be honest, I had bridezilla in me. Like, I wanted to be married. I wanted to walk down the aisle. And
Bridezilla.
I was like, not the right person. But I think it just helps you have a much calmer sense into the dating world and into whatever relationship. And it's not just about dating either. It goes into your workforce. It goes
Oh
into being
yeah.
a mom. It goes
Yeah.
into being a wife. I mean, it's not just dating. It's all part of your life. It affects you. Your nervous system it affects you in your daily life in so many different ways. But once you become aware and in a more grounded state, it's such a calmer feeling.
There was never a man problem. There was always a choosing problem and a settling problem and a problem being honest with yourself. And so, right, it impacts your work, your money, your kids,